I didn't realize I have a couple more of these videos to make. Actually, I guess I can look, including this one. It's 2, 3, 4, or 5 more videos. Then I'll probably put Phantom Breakers down for a while. I'm guessing since there's no kind of indicator of what game mode I'm playing in arcade, I'm leveling up Frau, which is this character's name online. I think she's one of those characters like Karisu, who's a character I believe from the franchise Steins Gate. Like Frau, I think she's from another franchise, but she's in this game. Might be Steins Gate as well. But I think in the previous video, if I remember correctly, I went on a rant about how YouTube was kind of acting up and some of my videos were taking forever to upload. Since then, I finally got them online, but the process for uploading got abandoned for at least 3 of the videos, and some of them just stopped completely. So essentially they kind of got interrupted in 2 different ways. It almost took me 3 days to upload like 7 or 8 videos, Fantasian videos, to my second channel, but ultimately they got uploaded. I think I'm in a pretty good spot with that game heading into Christmas. I mainly kind of wanted to get to well, first I wanted to get Tire Fang before Christmas, which I ultimately did, and since then I've been having so much fun using it. I was having fun grinding to beat Eternal Holy, before I even got Tire Fang, and since I've gotten the sword, it's made just the whole grinding that much more fun. So long story short, I ended up in Shangri-La, which is an area in that game, but you have to kind of do a number of side quests that are affiliated with different characters that include some pretty difficult bosses. Thankfully, Omega isn't one of them that you have to beat to progress that storyline, but and it's not outright like stated in the game that you have to complete those missions to progress that. Like Fantasian, I actually really enjoy games like that. Like, it makes the storytelling and atmosphere of the game more immersive when you have to look up, things like, where specific, how to beat a specific quest that may be like, simple. Like there's one where you have to find somebody's cat. I haven't even looked for the cat outside of the city of Vents, which is where I believe you pick up the quest. But the robot locations that you have to save in order to kind of get things like the module in the secret base to work. Like, thankfully there's like websites and kind of third-party official websites that have guides on how to do it, so it's not an issue completing it. But it's not outright. It's not like Final Fantasy XV where you kind of, or other games of that nature, where you kind of just equip the quest and then there's an indicator on the world map that tells you where you need to go to beat said quest. But it fits really well with Fantasian, so I've kind of done all that. Ended up in Shangri-La. Ultimately got the Colossal Blade, which I believe is like the penultimate sword for how I'm playing that game. Of course I say that, but I still think that the Ceramic Blade 2.0 technically might be the best sword in that game, Fantasian, but swords like Tire Fang and Colossal Blade are also up there as well. But because it's in Shangri-La and it's like the one level that I have access to with the highest level enemies, with them being the recommended level being 52, I'll probably stay there until I get to level 80. The cool thing is Shangri-La is so large. Like there's essentially 3 different areas kind of, and the third area is separated into, I believe, 2 areas, but it's technically in the same kind of area, even though it's 2 separate areas. But people will see surely as I continue to play and grind throughout that area. But it's been pretty good thus far. I've made a couple movies which between trying to just make the videos and figure out like where the movies fall into the timeline relative to when it actually got played, and like, editing the videos has been kind of rough. But I've only got like probably 3 more videos to technically make before I'm done probably uploading for the foreseeable future in Fantasian. So hopefully, like, from when I upload my last video going into Christmas until whatever I pick that game back up, people can just like, see what I've been doing. But I did get the Colossal Blade. I've got like a movie that's already uploaded, just waiting to be published as we speak. And then I believe there's like 2 more that need to get made that also are going to get uploaded before Christmas. So, playing Fantasian has been fun in that regard, but the cool thing about it is I don't think it'll be a problem in the future just steadily continuing to play Fantasian, in addition to, continuing some of the other games that I've played. I'm not sure when I'll get back to playing SD Gundam Battle Alliance, but whenever I do, I will surely, I don't know if I'll let people know. I'll probably just start playing it. I'll probably stream it on the first channel, because I have a feeling Fantasian and I don't know. I'll probably continue on the first channel for a while with SD Gundam Battle Alliance, and actually I'll probably beat that whole game on the first channel where I started it. That way it can just give me, I can free up the second channel for games like Fantasian in this game, which will allow me to like update people, because I won't be able to do it on SD Gundam Battle Alliance or Fantasian. But I have had fun. I do encourage people to go check out some of the movies. There's some pretty interesting points. Maybe I'll talk more about this in the next video, about some cool things that happened, especially in one of the videos I believe titled Omega Shaft in that playlist, where I was fighting some enemies that had barriers up, and I was using the Ceramic Blade 2.0, and I noticed with Leo on at least one occasion where I believe he countered one of the enemies that had a barrier up while I was farming in the Omega Shaft, which is why that video was titled that movie in particular. And I noticed that when he countered the enemy who had a barrier up that hit Leo, the counter actually pierced through the barrier. That never happens in this game. Either you straight up, like, enemies can straight up break your barrier, or they can just steadily take it down, like, because it has like, it has like a number that either like 4 or 5 hits that you can sustain before it'll just break, assuming they don't break it outright when they're attacking you. That's how the barriers work for the player, and then for the enemy, you just have to straight up break it. Like, I've been able to break an enemy's guard by lowering their defense while their guard is up with helm smash, but I haven't been able to kind of outright break an enemy's barrier. But in the Omega Shaft movie, my point is, on 2 different occasions, I straight up hit an enemy through their barrier. And they sustained damage, which I thought was pretty cool, which is why I included it in that movie. But all the movies I encourage people to go check out.